What's going on, everybody? Making a video for you guys. I am starting to be a little bit more bullish on this rally, and I think we are headed to some higher highs. Now, I don't think that this is the absolute bottom, but I think that we might kind of rally from here to June or so. Um, you know, right now it's April 20th. There's a lot of bullish stuff happening in the next 30 days, and I'm just starting to be more bullish, to be honest, and I'm going to explain why right now. Okay, let's pull up Bitfinex, and let's just get right into it. So on the log, we have this red downtrend, and just I want to point out some things that are still kind of making me a little bit cautious. Is this divergence that we have here, where we have this lower low, but then we kind of back here we were up here. So we have somewhat of a divergence. Where is that button? Staying drawn. So now we went down here. And here. What am I doing? Yeah, so we have this high here, and then we have this high here, and then we are down here. So we are slanting downwards, and here we're going flat. So it's kind of a divergence here, but just the way every coin is just pumping, and then the next day another coin that hasn't been pumped is pumping, and then the next day another coin that hasn't been pumped is pumping. It's like people are buying Bitcoin slowly and then starting to take positions in other coins, and everything, like, if you look at this right now, let me erase these lines here, and let's change this to 4 hour. And yeah, we had this head and shoulders here, and we failed it. And now we're going up higher, and now we're trading in this kind of a low volume area. We're getting to the see how this thing curves out. We're starting to trade above this, and from here we can start to kind of push up. And a lot of people got trapped here. They got liquidated. They got fucked, and they're sitting with their money, and they don't want to buy it here. They're waiting for a pullback, and I think the market is going to continue. These people are going to be like, fuck, and eventually these people will start to rally this market a bit higher. That's kind of where I'm leaning at. We are getting this kind of ascending triangle, and I'm looking for this ascending triangle to maintain itself. And I am going to be. Sorry, I gotta get off this fucking thing. Yeah, so I'm going to kind of trail here. So what you do is, like, you'll draw this trend line, for example. You can make it a bit cleaner if you want, and then switch to like something like a daily, right? And then around this line, just move your cursor. So 7,900. Tomorrow you can have 8,000. So 8,000 here, 8,050. So every day I'm just gonna try to, like, layer some bids here, and I think what will happen is that the price might come up here, have one last test down of this point of control. Even here is 8,100. I'm just gonna scale some orders down. You know what I'm trying to say? Because worst case scenario is that if we do fall down here to like 76, 75, I can add more. I'm gonna add more money there anyways, and average my position, and then see if it rallies from there. But I have a feeling that we are going to build this triangle and potentially break out. sometime next week, maybe even, or who knows, on Friday or whatnot. But I think we might break out of this cloud. The cloud is 8,078, and sorry, come up here to maybe, if it's really bullish, 9,400. Just break out of this cloud, and then I think we can fall back and fix up this patch here. On a bigger picture, I'm just seeing that Adam and Eve. I said it before. You have this bounce that plays out. You have stalling, push down here, and then it doesn't make it to this double bottom of 6,000. There's too many orders spread out before it, and the price starts to curve itself out, and it cups itself. And even here, you can see it's maybe trying to form a head and shoulders, a reverse head and shoulders. So if we come up here a bit, 9,200, and then we come back down to 76, and then we can move up, and this might even be the beginning of a bigger ascending triangle that could pop us back up higher. Why am I saying this is important? Because even in the past, this was 3,000, this was 5,000. 600. Yeah, so this is what I'm trying to tell you. 6 months. And in the past, Bitcoin kind of does this. When the price, we had this bounce here, then we had like this double bottom. The price came up, right? But then it's created this ascending triangle. And the ascending triangle tells the story of a pullback that has a lot of support, and then another pullback that has even support in front of it. So people are like jumping in front of orders, or there's a lot of people spreading their orders out, and there's so many orders spread out here that it doesn't even get down here. There's just support over here, and the price starts to push and push and push, and then people are like, oh fuck, I sold my shit at 6,000, now it's at 7,000. I don't want to fucking buy it now. I don't want to buy it now. And then we had this other ascending triangle, and then we had the rally up. So you can look back a lot of times, and there's just this. It's very. You see, here's another ascending triangle. It's a bullish pattern. I'm just gonna leave it at that. I don't want to get into too much guessing or whatnot, but I'm not. I think by the end of the year, or it could be like 3-4 months from now, it could be after consensus, because I think this shit will pump. Like the market's gonna pump at consensus, and then we have a sell-off. I could see that for sure. But yeah, that's kind of what I'm seeing here. I could even see a move down to 10,500, if that. But I'm not looking to go all my money in right now. I am looking to, like I said, lay out the trend line. However you want to draw it. And yeah, just switch to that daily. And I would just kind of layer your bids over here and catch something. Buy some now, buy some a little bit more, or just wait a bit. It's up to you. If you want to wait like a week or two or so, whatever, that's fine. However, I want to make some plays here. I want to put a little bit of money into the market. Not all my money, but I want to put a little bit of money here. And if we do get to pull back down here, I think we're going to get a good bounce here anyways. I think there's a lot of support here. Especially if we move out here, there'll be a lot of support below it. Yeah, I'll just average down and just reevaluate. So yeah, that's that. Which coins do I like? I like EOS. EOS is gonna have like the next 2 months. EOS is great. If you don't want to do shit with your life, you can just buy EOS. here, and if it goes down, buy more. If it goes down, buy more. I think we can get a $6, $7 EOS, but it might go up more first. Got to see what happens. I like EOS. Let me something else in charts. It's not looking too bad. I think this daily can grow. A lot of the daily RSIs, I think they still happen in them for another leg up at least. So I like that. I like Elf looks really interesting. Elf looks like it had a market cycle, and now it's starting to make waves, and it just got out of the daily cloud. I like it. It's maybe you want to wait a bit on this one, but look at this, like these big push, and then boom, somebody sold off. Elf looks good to me. I have some USD, so I'm going to play this on Bitfinex. If you go in on the 4-hour, yeah, I was at the gym. This thing pumped a bit. Maybe I was looking at the USD. Yeah, this is a bit. So this thing looks like it wants to pop out of here, and if this thing pops out of here, I would layer bids below here. But this is a good coin to pick up. This coin started performing really well after the bounces. You have to keep track of what coins had some strong moves. You know what I mean? What coins were performing good before, and then when Bitcoin goes down, everything else goes down with it too, right? So you want to. That's why it's always important to keep a journal. Make these notes of which coins were performing strong. And this coin was performing strong back in January. We had a little bit of a bounce, so I think it's going to continue now. Another coin that I am looking at is I'm really hating myself for. I really fucking missed the boat on this coin so bad. Fucking really pissing me off. But yeah, I was trying to pick this up at 13 cents. I waited. I wanted it to go down more, but yeah, same. Adam and Eve double bottom here, and this thing is doing real good. This thing I think is going to push to 40 cents, to be honest. 8 or 40 cents. I'm calling it. I'm calling it 40 cents. But yeah, ADA is strong. ADA is under $1. ADA, EOS. I like WAN. I just like kind of platform coins. These are mostly what I'm going to be accumulating, taking positions in. But I'm going to play some. Trying to get a pullback. See what happens. I might just trail this. Actually, can't trail it on Bittrex. I'll see what I'm going to do with this. I haven't decided yet. Bitcoin Cash. Ooh, Bitcoin Cash had a pop too. See, they're all popping, so I'm pretty confident in this market for some short-term gains. This thing could go to 1,000 easily. This thing could go to 1,000 easily, and then beyond that, you're talking 1,200. This thing got its ass beat pretty hard, but this thing could be making its new market cycle. It might have one more sell down at some point. But yeah, keep an eye on this one. I'm pretty sure this could get a nice 10% gain on this one. Today we had Bat made a deal with the Nasdaq, I believe. It pumped. Finally, it pumped. We had the signal. One of the groups. We had the signal in one of the groups, but I didn't act on it because this one has been a downer for real. This thing had a lot of potential. We saw it at $1. It's still kind of cheap. This is a good long-term coin. I think out of all the projects on blockchain at this moment, these are people that have a really good fucking solid team, and at the same time they have a working product. That's what I can't stand the most about this crypto space. It's just a bunch of toilet paper white papers. You know what I mean? Like useless, kind of just, I have an idea, give me some money, and yeah, it's gonna replace everything else. And it's bullshit, right? That's not how business works, you know. And these guys actually have a product, and it's a good product. A lot of people don't even use other browsers anymore, and I like their utility token for it, BAT token. I think it has a lot of real world use in it. So, if you're sitting on a bunch of Bitcoin or whatnot, even if you're not, like, this is a good coin to accumulate a little bit of. You know, you're buying it. Obviously not off this spike, but keep your eye on this stuff because I think if you're really looking for hodl coins, I think BAT is one that wouldn't hurt to take a position and de-risk. I mean, this thing was at $1 before, so there's no reason why this thing can't go higher than that, $2, $3. Because when this thing had the IPO, one whale basically bought most of it, and the price had a hard time of popping up. But yeah, that is BAT, and another coin that I want to talk about. It's kind of fucked because I'm not. Besides Elf, oh, actually, two coins. NXT. XL and BTC popped off hard today, so they had some news coming out. I still think this thing could fall back down to here at some point, 14, 15. How did I yeah, it's crazy how the cloud works. We came out of this cloud and we never tested it this level, and basically that's where we bounced off. You see this green line? I didn't draw this now. This line was I drew this a long time ago, and I basically caught the bottom. But like a faggot, I didn't have any money in. I was in cash and I was waiting for Bitcoin to go sub 6,000, whatnot. But I'm just trying to make the best of the scenario and continue on with the wave. Now I feel like we have some kind of a confirmation that we're probably going to test it. We're going to go a bit higher. We're not just going to crash from here. So I'm going to slowly scale in. But I'm also watching Ripple. I don't care if you don't like fucking Ripple and you're a Bitcoin maximalist. This thing has huge upside. You know, we're talking a 4x, and this thing can pump. I think this thing can go up to the top of this cloud here. This 3-day cloud. This $1.70. You can margin this too if you want to slowly build a position on margin. You know what I mean? I'm going to be looking for that. So these are like the coins that I'm going to be looking at, picking up, and under the same premise. So this thing broke out of this triangle that we had here, but I think it's just I think it's going to come back down a bit. But I'm going to slowly start scaling in here. And slowly start scaling something. And then if not, if we do get that pullback, basically I'm playing the pullbacks like with fib extensions. Yeah, I just have some zones laid out. Pick up some here, pick up some here. Now we went a bit higher. Sorry, I have this fucking lead backwards. So yeah, try to get some around this area here. 66, 68. Layer some bids out here. And see what can happen. That's pretty much it, guys. Litecoin, Ethereum. I'm not. I mean, those are good too. What happens? You know, sometimes in these markets, it's like Bitcoin. When Bitcoin just pumps, and new money pours in. I don't think there's not new money coming in right now. I think right now what's happening is that all the people that are sitting on the sidelines in Tether, those are the people that are gonna let this market continue upwards because they're gonna pump the money back in, and then that might cause the new money to come in. But if the new money comes in, you want to keep an eye on Coinbase price, and once that thing starts trading $100, $200 more than Finex, you know the new money's coming in. And when that new money comes in, you want to buy other Coinbase coins. You want to buy Bitcoin Cash. You want to buy Litecoin. You want to buy Ethereum because new money starts to pour into those as well. So for the meantime, though, I'm just focusing on these platform coins that I feel are undervalued. Something like EOS has gone up to $20. Ripple target is another 2x. So these are a lot of 2x's that I can kind of play some swings on and take some profits along the way on some margin positions and take that cash and put it back in the market when we do get that pullback. But I think the market might continue from here, and it's going to cause people to chase it and be like, fuck, it keeps going up, fuck, it keeps going up. And yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. So I'm going to tell you guys to start putting a little bit of money in, little by little. The way I told you, be patient and just catch some pullbacks. You know what I mean? Don't go too low. Those low marks, those are where you want to put in more money, average down, and protect your bottom line. But yeah, that's kind of where I'm at right now. Those are the coins that I'm looking at. Keep it short, guys. All right, peace.